I don't mean to like blackpill you, but if Israel, just on the whim of having their feelings hurt because Charlie said he wasn't going to support their cause anymore, is able to pull all that off inside of 48 hours and run this cover up, we're cooked. Like, it's over. Game over. Candace drops a bombshell and shows receipts. But what are they and what do they mean? Let's get into it, all right? Let's get this going.
An actual group chat, which happened 2 days before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. There were 9 people in total on this chat, including Charlie and Rob McCoy. I'm going to protect the names of the other 7 for now.
Okay, and we got a problem already. Why protect the names, Candace? Just a few videos ago, you were going in on that, was it Washington County Sheriff, who was talking about wanting to protect the name of his friend that talked with Tyler Robinson's parents when they were negotiating his surrender. You went in on him. Why would you protect the names? I'm going to do the same here, Candace. Why? Why are you protecting the names? Don't do the same thing that you're accusing other people of doing. I don't understand that. Put it out. Let's see it.
To be clear, I might actually release a name every day this week, but I want to.
And there it is. So she might release a name every day this week. You're going to have to tune in to find out. This is where I really start having a problem with this. It's been 4 weeks, and this is the first time that we're getting any type of potential like evidence of anything. You know what I mean? She claims to be Charlie's friend. She claims to be searching for the truth. She wants to find the truth. She wants it to come out. But not before she can milk it for every little penny, it seems. I mean, that right there, she's just dangling the proverbial carrot. I might release a name every day this week. Why? Just release the names. Why are you protecting names? What difference does it make to you, Candace? That's not the actions of a friend, in my opinion. That's the actions of an opportunist. Let's keep going and see what these receipts are.
Show you this because suffice it to say, Rob McCoy was on this text thread, and I think it helps contextualize him as a person, in my view, that he would attack me for telling the truth about the pressure that he was facing. Take a look. So Charlie writes in this group chat, just lost another huge Jewish donor, $2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. Somebody writes, oh. Charlie writes, Jewish donors play into all of the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. Then somebody writes, a donor writes, please do not invite Candace. That might feel good short term, but it's not good long term, in my opinion. Like all groups, you're going to get a wide variety of opinions. That nasty free will thing that God bestowed on us makes life frustrating at times after the dust settles a bit, maybe. So again, this is 48 hours before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. He was very clear and he was very explicit, and he did not back down, not in that Hamptons meeting, which they're all lying about, nor in this text thread. I'm not going to reveal the names of the other 7. Actually, you know what? I disagree with myself 4 seconds ago. Let's just throw in Josh Hammer for funsies. He's on this chat, okay? So what are we to make of that? Okay, now that I'm showing you this.
What are we to make of this? What are we to make of this, Candace? Please tell me. Explain to me what the hell I'm looking at and what the hell this has anything to do with the murder of Charlie Kirk.
And showing to you that the conversations were real. I want you to reflect, and it took me a lot of patience to allow the lies that were being woven and the misrepresentations of people that were pretending that I was just, high on lying about Charlie and the pressure he was under, the attacks that not just me, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly faced for trying to stand up and tell the truth about what Charlie was actually going through. Why are you hearing it, though, from me and Tucker Carlson?
So that's what she's getting at with these messages, is that like this is about her proving that she still had a relationship with Charlie, that they were still friendly and still communicating, that Charlie was feeling pressure from Jewish donors? What's the implication there then? Listen, fans of Candace, I know you're going to be in the comments on this one. Help me. Explain this to me. What is she implying here? Is this little bit of text messaging? Is this your guys' proof that Israel is involved in the murder of Charlie Kirk, directly or indirectly? I've been called a shill. I've been called a Jew. I've been accused of taking $7,000 payments because I'm not only questioning the official story, but I'm also questioning all these crazy, kooky conspiracies that are out there. So this one, all of you people that think I'm a shill, this is going to be interesting for you. If you present to me that Israel is somehow involved in this, okay, and what they're doing is they have agents who are infiltrating all of these, Discord chats with left-wing people with left-wing ideologies, and they're infiltrating these groups like Trans Tifa or Antifa or whatever you want to call them, and they're radicalizing them to try to get them to commit any type of political violence to create even more division in the United States. So that way the people are sort of preoccupied or distracted so they can come in and pass more laws and, take more control of our government. Sure. Let's right. Show me some evidence of that, but I'm not going to discard that concept. You know what I mean? I'm not going to toss that one out. We can go ahead and keep that one right here in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? But if we're trying to imply that with these messages, which honestly, I would like to see a date. I would like to see some more verification that these are authentic, but my gut tells me that they're probably real. But if we're implying with these messages that this somehow points to or lends credence to Israel seeing these text messages within 48 hours, coordinating with TPUSA, the feds, the local Utah authorities, the hospital, the medical examiner, the judge and prosecution team, Charlie's own wife, and then hire a mediocre assassin, because let's be honest, anybody who looks at that shot on Charlie Kirk knows that's a bad shot. Nobody aims for the neck. So they're not a good shooter. And then figures out a way to get this kid, Tyler Robinson, who's 3.5 hours away, to be there that day, to quite possibly be on the roof there, and to run off into they coordinated all of this inside of 48 hours, had all of these agencies in their pocket to kill Charlie Kirk. I don't mean to blackpill you, but if Israel, just on the whim of having their feelings hurt because Charlie said he wasn't going to support their cause anymore, is able to pull all that off inside of 48 hours and run this cover up, we're cooked. It's over. Game over. All your whining and all your complaining on Twitter and all your push for truth to expose is going to do nothing. That is real power. And that you're not voting your way out of that kind of power. So if that's what the implication here is, I'm going to need more proof than a few messages from whatever this was that implicates Israel directly involved with this. Which leads me to my next point. I think this is something that we all need to do, and that's try to eliminate any form of bias. That poses a question. And I'm going to pose this to both the Candace fans who are tuning in and also the other people who don't believe anything Candace says. If you've seen my videos before I've done on Candace, I've exposed her at the very least either being manipulated or being manipulative by spreading some false information. If Candace comes out and eventually is able to provide real evidence that Tyler Robinson is not the shooter, if you don't believe anything she says, would you believe that? On the flip side, Candace supporters, If it's proven in court beyond a reasonable doubt that Tyler Robinson was the shooter, are you going to believe that? If they present that autopsy report and it shows that he was killed by a single gunshot wound from a .30-06 to the neck with no exit wound, are you going to believe that? We have gotten to a point in this where I'm convinced that a majority of the people, whatever side you're on, it doesn't matter what type of evidence the other side provides for anything. You're not going to believe it because it goes against what you want to believe. As of right now, in my opinion, with the evidence that we have, I believe that it points to Tyler Robinson being the shooter. I have not seen enough evidence to point away from Tyler Robinson being involved in being the shooter. There are some holes in the story. I agree. 100%. My biggest holes are ones that are based off of information from the official story that we've gotten. One of those involves the timestamps that we see on those security cam footages. We have him walking at 8:07 in one area and then somehow driving his car in a different area at 8:23. And I can't piece together a timeline where that makes sense if those are legitimate timestamps. The Dairy Queen photo is a problem if it's legit and if the time he was there is legit. Because he can't be having a police interaction at 6:30 and make it to that Dairy Queen by 6:38 and have his food ready to eat. I would like to see the autopsy report. I believe the autopsy report is going to show that he was shot and killed from a single gunshot wound to the neck from a .30-06. I want to see that camera footage of him laying prone on that roof taking the shot. But everything that we have points to the official story. But I don't have my mind made up. I'm not 100%. And you shouldn't be either. You shouldn't take Candace at her word on everything she says. You should apply the same principles to Candace that you're applying to the authorities. Because I've shown you reasons to not believe Candace 100%. She lied about something as silly as Tyler Robinson not saying the word vehicle in a video where he clearly says the word vehicle. I've exposed other people spreading false information to support this conspiracy claim. If you're not applying the same basic principles to each side of this, then what are you doing? This is just a sport to you. You don't really have an interest in finding the truth. You're not really interested in what happened to Charlie Kirk. This is just a game for you. I'm sure we're going to have plenty more videos to do on this stuff because I don't think we're going to get any answers from either side anytime soon. I am not pushing that she's lying about these text messages. I think they're legit. I could be wrong. I don't have proof one way or the other. But this doesn't seem like if she wanted to prove something that pointed towards Tyler Robinson not being the shooter or prove something towards Israel, like they could fabricate something a lot better than these text messages. And I will be paying attention to see what else comes out from Candace. And if it's lies or manipulative and I can show that, I'm going to. Because it's important that both sides are held accountable on this search for truth. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.